Hello, good day, scribes. Let's just get set up. It is the 4th of May, Saturday, the 4th of May. Resist the Empire jokes. May the 4th, indeed, the Force, the 4th, the Chi, the year 2019. I am killing some time. Oh, that's a saying, isn't it? Killing the time. I'm not killing the time. I'm just having a quick cast, just to some thoughts on my mind at the minute. The fallen ones, history, the Spartan 300. Remember Sparta. Remember this. We faced death. You know, I'm not saying that it's something to be celebrating death, but morals, principality. Brother Julian. We're going to touch upon some politics now, whilst I still can, and we're going to use some music that I have prepared whilst on the island of Zante in Zakynthos back in the day. I'm going to present to you some some media and an ode. An ode is a poem. I'm not going to sit here and read a poem. I'd like to, but I haven't got the time to create it for Julian. If anybody does, I will then read it out. We can work together. And I'm not happy about what's happened with this lad, brother, the Chelsea Manning issue. Haven't touched upon it at all ever. I'll look at your comments in a bit, scribes. Let me keep the flow. Good day, good rising, happy Saturday. Blessings, peace and love to the tribe, family, scribes, and the consciousness movement. So yes, I'm not going to be on here long, but what I want to do is I'm going to continue it later. I'm looking at emails and we'll be answering everything and getting up to date. Just let me take a breath and a break. I'm a bit fried from last week. I had a bad week, to be fair. Struggling, trying week. If we didn't have the bad weeks, we wouldn't know what the good weeks are, or the days, the strongs, as it is, in fact. So, this man, Julian, has been detained, locked up, you know, how we call it, prison, jail, against his wishes, against his intent. We have crimes afoot here. Okay, I've touched upon it. We've touched upon it. The family, the .com, the Facebook group, you yourselves, your own videos, scribes and reporting. And we've touched upon it. Crimes. Examples would be the crashing of the economy. Nobody went to jail, prison, detained, served fines, fees, benefits, you know, anything like that. But Julian Assange is gone to, you know, be held, pay his debts to society and be held accountable. What else could we mention that's a crime? Tony Blair and crimes. I've got a track I made 5 years ago, okay, which is going to tie in with Tony Blair. So appreciate this little bit that I'm trying to do here, to bring it out and give the substance over the form. It's quite powerful. I may get in a lot of trouble, but I'm past caring. There is no copyright infringement. All is above board. Everything happens for a reason. We are all put here to do what, you know, what we choose or choose not to. I see a pathway. I see a message. War. Me, I see a war, like you do. So no crimes. But Julian Assange has been detained. The Trans-Pacific Partnership, corporative lawyers, state members getting together, got caught out with that one. Nobody went to prison, but yet Julian Assange has. Crimes, tube, scribers, tell me your crimes of which nobody's gone to prison for, and then we will, you know, discuss how Julian Assange has gone to prison. Incredible. What else is there crime-wise? Barclays, Northern Rock, Grenfell, you know. Here's the Queen. Let me just go and open the door. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Yes. If you be in the front room, I won't be long. Is all is good coming? I'm here. So let's do this one, okay? Hello, madam. You look scared? No. Oh. There we go. Have you got a list of crimes for me to put up about, you know, Julian Assange being locked up for telling us about crimes that are going off? There is lots more. I'm not going to, you know, fill up the airtime with comparing who should have gone to jail and prison and pay their debts to society other than Julian Assange. So Chelsea and what's happened there, I haven't even got time. I'm aware, but yeah. So with that said, let me present to you, hello to the 11, good day, happy Saturday, this work of art. It's my presentation, and it's called DJ Jeremita and Indigo Child presents Evil Lying Politicians with Red Faces. It was done in 2014, so 5 years ago, and it's on Your Listen. If you go onto DuckDuckGo and you put in Your Listen as one word, space DJ space anonymous, you will then find my track listings on yourlisten.com for bootlegs and deep house mixes that I did whilst I was in Zante, Zakynthos, Laganos, to be fair, Main Strip, Club Sabotage, Beach Bar, Republic Beach Bar, Foreplay Bar, amongst others. A shout going out to all the crazy DJs out there in the Mediterranean this season and whatnot. Imagine when man drops something like this. Here we go.
You might be noticing I don't feel about that war the way we were told we were supposed to feel about that war, the way we were ordered and instructed by the United States government to feel about that war. My mind doesn't work that way. I got this real moron thing I do. It's called thinking. And I'm not a really good American because I like to form my own opinions. I don't just roll over when I'm told to. Sad to say, most Americans just roll over on command. Not me. Not me. I have certain rules I live by. My first rule, I don't believe anything the government tells me. Nothing. Zero.
Concludes that Iraq has chemical and biological weapons. That Saddam has continued to produce them. That he has existing and active military plans for the use of chemical and biological weapons, which could be activated within 45 minutes, including against his own Shia population.
The United States knows that Iraq has weapons of mass destruction. Any country on the face of the earth with an active intelligence program knows that Iraq has weapons of mass destruction.
There is no doubt that Saddam Hussein now has weapons of mass destruction. There is no doubt that he is amassing them to use against our friends, against our allies, and against us.
Is his. And if he does not disarm, the United States of America will lead a coalition in disarming in the name of peace. Aids and protects terrorists, including members of Al-Qaeda. Secretly, and without fingerprints, he can provide one of his hidden weapons to terrorists or help them develop their own. Before September the 11th, many in the world believed that Saddam Hussein could be contained. But terrorists, you can't distinguish between Al-Qaeda and Saddam when you talk about the war on terror. We've learned that Iraq has trained Al-Qaeda members in bomb making, and poisons, and deadly gases. He's a threat because he is dealing with Al-Qaeda. We know that Iraq and Al-Qaeda have had high-level contacts.
With respect to weapons of mass destruction, he is unable to project conventional power against his neighbors.
To keep arms from him, his military forces have not been rebuilt.
There were not weapons of mass destruction.
You said you knew where they were.
I did not. We know where they are. They're in the area around Tikrit and Baghdad and east, west, south, and north, somewhat.
You said you knew where they were. You're Tikrit near Baghdad and north, east, south, and west of there. Those are your words.
My words were, we know where they are. They're in the area around Tikrit and Baghdad and east, west, south, and north.
Senator got his facts wrong. I have not suggested there's a connection between Iraq and the 9/11. With respect to 9/11, of course, you've had the story that's been public out there. The Czechs alleged that Mohammed Atta, the lead attacker, met in Prague with a senior Iraqi intelligence official 5 months before the attack.
He said there were three main reasons for going to war in Iraq: weapons of mass destruction, the claim that Iraq was sponsoring terrorists who had attacked us on 9/11, and that Iraq had purchased nuclear materials from Niger. Now, all three of those turned out to be false.
First, if I might correct a misperception, I don't think we ever said, at least I know I didn't say, that there was a direct connection between September the 11th and Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein aids and protects terrorists, including members of Al-Qaeda.
have said in the past that it was, quote, pretty well confirmed.
No, I never said that.
Okay, I
Never
think
said
that is...
Absolutely not. What I said was that people will confirm that he did go to Prague and he did meet with a senior official of the Iraqi intelligence service.
Well, let me just ask you this. If they did not have these weapons of mass destruction, though, granted, all of that is true, why then did they pose an immediate threat to us?
Really, you and a few other critics are the only people I've heard use the phrase immediate threat.
That he has existing and active military plans for the use of chemical and biological weapons, which could be activated within 45 minutes.
Active chemical munitions bunkers, mobile production facilities.
The United States knows that Iraq has weapons of mass destruction.
I keep saying that there was a relationship between Iraq and Saddam and Al-Qaeda because there was a relationship between Iraq and Al-Qaeda.
What did Iraq have to do with what? Nothing.
You know, what has been happening as we debate the number of troops, as we debate whether to withdraw, is also this continual debate over the intelligence leading up to the war. And I know you said you believe that it's wrong to question the motives or the honesty of administration officials. But I have a different question for you. If you had known that no weapons of mass destruction would be found, would you have advocated invasion?
I didn't advocate invasion.
You didn't?
No, I wasn't asked. Did you read all the books on the thing?
You weren't, but why weren't you asked? That's very puzzling.
Well, I'm sure the president understood what my views were, but as a technical matter, did he ever look and say, what should we do? Should we go do this or not do that? This is something that the president thought through very
Are
carefully.
you trying to distance yourself from the war with that?
Of course not. I agreed completely with the decision to go to war. And I said that 100 times. And don't even suggest that.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, well, you know that. Look, the interesting thing to me about the pre-war intelligence is clearly it was wrong.
Every statement I make today is backed up by sources, solid sources. These are not assertions.
And would you have been for an invasion if we had known that?
The answer is probably yes.
Iraq, one Democratic senator now says you can add the entire Intelligence Committee to the list. Dick Durbin of Illinois making the amazing claim on the floor of the Senate that while he and perhaps the 16 other members of that Intelligence Committee knew the administration was misleading the American public, he, perhaps they, kept quiet about it because due to his position on the committee, he had been sworn to secrecy. A few hundred feet away from here, in a closed room, carefully guarded, the Intelligence Committee was meeting on a daily basis for top-secret briefings about the information we were receiving, and the information we had in the Intelligence Committee was not the same information being given to the American people. I couldn't believe it. Members of this administration were in active, heated debate over whether aluminum tubes really meant that the Iraqis were developing nuclear weapons. Some within the administration saying, of course not. It's not the same kind of aluminum tube. At the same time, that members of the administration were telling the American people to be fearful of mushroom-shaped clouds. I was angry about it. Frankly, I couldn't do much about it. Because you see, in the Intelligence Committee, we're sworn to secrecy. We can't walk outside the door and say, the statement made yesterday by the White House is in direct contradiction to classified information that's being given to this Congress. We can't do that. We couldn't make those statements. And so in my frustration, I sat here on the floor of the Senate and listened to this heated debate about invading Iraq thinking the American people are being misled. They are not being told the truth.
But there's a reason. There's a reason. There's a reason for this. There's a reason education sucks. It's the same reason that will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork. They're just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back, so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later because they own this fucking place. It's a big club. and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club. By the way, it's the same big club they used to beat you over the head with all day long when they tell you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy. The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged. And nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hard-working people, white collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on. Good, honest, hard-working people continue. These are people with modest means. Continue to elect these rich cocksuckers who don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you at all. At all. At all. You know? And nobody seems to notice, nobody seems to care. That's what the owners count on, the fact that Americans will probably remain willfully ignorant of the big red, white, and blue dick that's being jammed up their assholes every day. Because the owners of this country know the truth. It's called the American dream, because you have to be asleep to believe it.
Yeah. Zombies. Zombie, zombie, in your head, head, head. Yes, I. Bombs, war, zombie.
Those weapons of mass destruction gotta be somewhere.
Evil, evil.
Those weapons of mass destruction gotta be somewhere.
Did I tell you?
From Julian.
Nope, no weapons over there.
Evidence from Julian.
Those weapons of mass destruction gotta be somewhere. Nope, no weapons over there. Maybe under here. Oops, this photo wasn't supposed to be in here. This is a skull and bone secret signal. This is a skull and bone secret signal. This is a skull and bone secret signal. This is a skull and bone secret signal.
Right then. So, that was a bootleg track that man made in 2014. Evidence of crimes. But yet Julian Assange has been locked up. Nobody else has. Very, very important messages. I have played that track before. I have got others. Evil lying politicians with red faces. I don't know what else to say. I'll look at your comments in a minute. And thank you for listening, understanding that freedom, rights, unalienable, and, talking is being banned. You heard George Carlin telling you talking is being banned. Talking is being filtered and restricted. George talking about pensions and state benefits, universal credits. They're coming for them. There's a little mix from Zante. It's an exclusive little morning happy vibe for you after that, okay?
Yeah, I guess it's just a new form of expressing how we truly feel. And so many people have picked up on it because, like I said, it's just simple. I believe in music like I believe in you. I believe in music. I believe in you. Every man will be judged by his merit,
Not by the color that he beareth.
Every man across this land, take a stand, all join hands. Every man across this land, take a stand, all join hands.
Here we go. Here we go with a Sheffield shout going out to Sheffield, 1996, 95. Yeah. Oh my days. Are you there? Bouncy head. Baseline wobbler. This one's a wobbler. Going out to Sheffield, all the fallen artists, reporters, brothers and sisters, messages from the past, freedom, rights, liberties. Zombie Nation. This is no copyright. It's been produced under license, was given away on CD license, and was done under license in a nightclub by me, my friends, the Sheffield Underground Bassline family. This is what we do. This is what we did. This is what's been taken away from man. Woe, man. Our children, the future of the lineage. This channel is not scared to speak. There is a message. Yeah. Hold tight. Here we go. Watch the ride. Oh. Happy Saturday, Indie Scribes. 12. The magic 12. Myself, 13. It's a bit early for the Saturday vibes of Sheffield yesteryear and the bassline Mandem from Vibe, Uprising. What else did we have? Club Shush, Plug. What was that little tiny pub in Sheffield that was after hours? Lion's Lair. The Lion's Lair. Yeah, the lion was prevalent with us. We loved the Lion's Lair of Sheffield. Oh, dirty. Here we go. Yeah. A shout going out to LJ Freeman. I actually knew a man with the family name Freeman, Sheffield, plug DJ, Lee of the Freeman clan. We had some good times in that club, brother. CJs, yeah, we would like communities to return music, messages in music. This is what the Club of Rome is killing, love, right, equity, peace, love and equity. Okay, where is your equity? Where is the unity? Where is the solidarity? It's not good. Where is the love? Where is the understanding? We haven't got much time. We are facing oppression, freedom of speech, freedom of property, freedoms in general, God-given by the Lord Almighty. Sparta. I got Italian lineage, Greek, English, Irish, all of those 4 continents do not budge. I will not be budged. I will not bend. We are sovereign. We are ultimately private and self-governing, loving, not criminals, under attack, war. So YouTube, do what you see fit. I will see you. We'll be back later this weekend. All right, but just for Julian himself, anybody out there know of a Julian Assange committee, assembly, or anything like that? I'd like to go and speak to him. I'll go down at Her Majesty's place of business, maybe me and Smithy, and we'd like to interview and offer help. He's a brother, may not agree with everything 100%, but we see what he was doing and what the United Kingdom have done, what the United States government are doing, and the Club of Rome ultimately, yeah? Funky. This CD mix is at least 15 years old, and listen to how fast we was. This is why man got out of DJing. We're going to go back to 20 it might be 20 years, 2019, it might be 20 years old or more, and listen to how fast it is. That's fast. That's at least 136 BPM. And when I started DJing, CNC Music Factory, everybody dance now. Bizarre Inc. playing with knives, 90 to 98 beats per minute. When it went up to 110, 114, 120, 124, 132, we just kept pushing them BPMs up, upgrading the time stretch, and time is being stretched, okay? I've given you a production there of evil lying politicians with red faces. I've got a lot of music to bring you that is uncopyrighted, non-copyrighted, underground bass line created by man with samples, 808 drum machine. We're going back into time, and I'm going to use some music. Music is vibration. Vibration unlocks important vibes, feeling, solidarity, parties. Margaret Thatcher, remember that fine iron lady, criminal justice, act and the bill. Repetitive beats. See what they did here with this music. I don't know if it was all that great. I know it's not to everyone's liking and taste, but that's life. I am 41 on the 9th of May. So sometime next week, man is going to celebrate the born day of the 9th of May. 41. So this music is me, what I grew up on. Okay? Me number one. What? In my early days, I was Public Enemy number one. We all were, who was in this game. So what I'd like to say is that I am old, okay? I may act like a young, execute my deeds like a young, whippersnapper, like a starburst, with lots of energy to give endlessly. But let me tell you, man is tired. My back hurts, my joints hurt. I'm 41 coming up. I've had 40 years in the East, the Beast, be East. I mentioned Easter the other day. I know it's not Easter bank holiday this weekend coming, but it is in some parts, like Greece. They have a different calendar sync to what we do. Edge 1, Dreamscape Massive, Fantasia, Helter Skelter, Q Club Birmingham, 94 Massive. How low can you go? With the incredible. Number 1. 5-0 said freeze. This is a remix of Edge 1 and can you remember the 90s rapper? 80s rapper. Oh, aye. Bass, how low can you go? Mash up art forms. This is what they programmed us with. We will hold a big dance event seminar this year. We have much to do. Very much to do. Let me look at your comments. They changed when Easter is here too. Yes, I know, it's so crazy. My mum's in Greece and they have Easter different times. Look at Hungary. They open presents on Christmas Eve and everything calendar-wise. Brothers and sisters. It's all there. I'm sorry, the way I speak is the music, all right? That's what's done it to me. That's what I grew up on. This is me. This is what programmed me. Star Wars, X-Bomber, Monkey Magic, Big Daddy, Giant Haystacks, Knight Rider, Battlestar Galactica, Doctor Who, or Battlestar Galactica, yeah. Space, war, A-Team, violence, death, computer, programmable and controllable man, Atari, Sega, Nintendo. Oh, the corporations had a hold of this man here, so I apologise. I am but a product of my environment. Public Enemy number 1, I'd argue perhaps, yeah. But you did it to me, system. The Crown, I hope you're proud of your work. How low can you go? Yes, so... yeah, dates, times, Easter, be East. I'm going to hook up with Jay, Josh X. I've been chatting with him. We've got a lot in the pipeline. Don't worry, it's all happening still. Just changing a few dates and times. We give peace and love to him and his family. The work that's about to come out of him. I'm very excited. Julian, well... yes, dark. Chelsea, dark. What's happening here? Very dark. So, yeah, got to slow down and focus is the message of this Saturday cast. Slow down and focusing, looking what's important, where we need to go, and get out the bass, lower vibratory. Yeah. And go into something a little bit more, I don't know, wholesome, I would argue then. Yes. What else did I have somewhere? I had a little James Bond I wanted to play you, but I can't remember what it's called now. We'll look at the comments. I'll see how you all are. And then I'll get about my Saturday business. And we will meet up for the hangout. When will we have the hangout? Maybe. So I'll touch base with Kevin Andy. I'll give him a nudge in a bit. Iov. If you haven't subscribed to Iov's channel, go and have a look. See what you think. Oh, it's deleted his video, so you can't see what you think, but yeah, we need some subscribers to go live. Where is it? And thank you for watching. Just going to find some music to listen to while I look at your comments there. We'll see. James Bond, here we go. This will do. Sorry about the speed. The memories, Sheffield, Manchester, Birmingham. The sound of Southside All-Stars versus SOS Band. License to... license to what? License to be good. For those that wanted to know, just be good to me. License to be good. You all have a license to do your duties and be good. Oh wow, I'm looking through your comments now. All right, and then I'll interact after the tune. Sound the alarm. The alarm has been sounded. Emergency. There we go, that'll do for the end. Let's have a chat. Let me look at your comments and we're getting off. I'll not take up too much of your Saturday. Just in a giddy mood at the minute. I got some old school music piling up for a little, you know, a little mix, a little play later. I'm not going to play anymore. I've got this one. I just want you to hear this one. I can't resist this one. See what you think to this. Marks out of 10 for this. R.I.P. to Kai, Sparks and Kai. Yeah, one of them has passed away recently, another fallen soul brother. So in memory of the other half of Sparks and Kai. Here we go, the flyby. So it's Detroit flyby. Put your hands up for the Kai, okay? This one, it got released in Germany from a SoundCloud, and it took off in Germany big time. Again, no copyright, key changing, license changing. I can prove it.
Detroit, our lovely city.
With the S, the P, the A, the R, the K, the S. Yes, I'm a DJ coming in fresh.
Yes, I'm
Like this. Rolling with the S, the P, the A, the R, the K, the S. Yes, I'm a DJ coming in fresh.
like it when the beat just kick. This time a DJ is in the mix with a box of mix. Now with the flick of the wrist, all the ladies inside to make them move and let's jump
and twist. Right then, that's what makes up Indigo a Go-Go's. Let's look at your comments. Mac a brew. And we're getting on with the day. Music was brought to you copyright free under license from various brothers and sisters in the Famalan and clubs in Sheffield and Greece. Gone all the memories. Thank you, John. Hello to Michael, Lux, Tony, scribing up, Hogarths. I'd say shafting of David Noakes, GMAF, is in my opinion the greater crime. Cured stage 4 cancer, autism. David Noakes, well said, Hogarth. We won't play that down. Sustained, David Noakes, another one. Yep, well said. Paedophiles in the government that haven't been jailed yet. Brother Barnes, I see. I agree. Crimes against us every day, David, with the bastardized language they use. That's it. Well, we use that. We can choose what to speak and how to speak. What they speak is not ours. So that's why we are here to regulate this business. All right. Literally regulate the business. Business regulations at law. Chin chin to Mickey Finn. We live as one family. John, government, legal side, we the people have the fees to pay for some else invented, mind friend to play with, hands, eyes and mind. Andy, easy, twin towers on their own. Yes, brothers and sisters, yep. Conflicting evidence, conflict of interests, planes coming out the other side of the tower with a nose cone fully intact is one that got me. So show me that video again. There's an aeroplane hitting it that side, allegedly, and then it's coming out the other side and the nose cone is still a pointy shape. Okay then, more investigation needed on that video. The bit that got hit by in the Pentagon was the bit that investigated such and such of missing and ill-gotten money. The department that was obliterated in the Pentagon. What department was that, and where did it look into? Yes, absolutely disgusting. All right, so the time is not great. Can I put a link to this recording if possible, Tony? I can email you the MP3. The strange thing about this recording is that when I convert it to MP3, the latter part at 9 minutes 30 loses the bit of the audio that you heard at that point in time where George comes on and says, and you have a little bit of the slowdown of it. So it behaves very, very weirdly, this MP3. I've played it to you like that live from the laptop speakers, because if I try and transfer, upload or convert it from this laptop hard drive, it loses certain bits of the audio, but it is a finished, complete, finalized MP3. It's a WAV file as well, and it's on the drive here. But if I move it, convert it, email it, upload it, it loses various parts of the audio. So I know I blended these together on a different laptop and produced these MP3s and WAVs through Vox edits of going on YouTube and finding videos that were full of evidences and then collecting it all up, making little audio files, putting them together. Very boring, very geeky. You know, I know it's not the greatest of qualities on it, but the content there is what you're after, all right? And I was just playing around at 5 a.m, finding myself in Greece for 6 months when I initially went over, took myself off cannabis, all the self-medicating. I wasn't drinking half pints of raki at the time. and I went to have a look at things and see the world. And yeah, it was very interesting, those tracks. I think you can find, Tony, like I say, Your Listen, one word, space, DJ, space, Anonymous, enter. You'll find DJ Anonymous track listings on yourlisten.com. They should be on there. I don't think, as you'll find when I uploaded it to yourlisten.com for DJ Anonymous, it will have lost that latter part of the audio. I don't understand it. I don't have any control over it. There's nothing I can do. The only way to get the whole of the track out was to play it at the beginning from the speakers of the laptop so you can all hear it. So there you go. Let me know, Tony, and we'll facilitate any more. Thank you all, scribes, for that. This timeline of Assange and the release of data, just another show with actors. Yeah, possibly, yeah. We don't know, but what do you think? What do you think? Aluminium tubes, do they really mean isotopes uranium? Who knows, Tony? Who knows? S, easy now. Greetings. I don't know who's talking. I'll get you I've got the video somewhere on an archived USB or hard drive, but it's a collection of many Congress, senators, foreign war advisories, Tony Blair. There's a lot in there. There's too many, but I can get it, the actual bit later on. It's just a presentation of information. You can, take it or leave it. Nuclear hoax, yes. I hope is charging the royal courts for occupying his own cell, what was set up by the taxpayers' revenue capital. Yes, John. Hands in the air for Michael. I'm killing Tony. Great tune. Killing you with the love. Yes, sir, that's what we do. Thank you, Tony. Emma, good rising. Good day. Happy Saturn day to all. Have a very lovely weekend. Thank you, Emma. Much to you. Was it a Claggy Mat Club? Oh, yes, a Claggy Mat. Club Shush was in the arches, in the Wicker Arches of Sheffield, as you're going through the bottom of the town end to go towards Attercliffe and Pittsmore. There's a massive arch system there. We was in the cave system, underground, no windows, concrete, gravelly stone floor, no carpets, no mats, mud, proper mud like the nose, stone, cobble, damp walls. If you leant on the walls with anything, you'd get covered in mould. Well, not mould, but black, seepage from the rocks and the arches. It wasn't disgusting and bacteria, but it was a unique place. The base in the place in them cave systems underneath Club Shush at the Wicker Arches was truly who did we have now? There was Alex from somewhere that was Jungle Alliance, played some tunes down there back in the day. Oh my days, they had Uprising there underneath one of the bridges. In one of the bridges they had a nightclub, so they had one underground, they had one upstairs in one of the arches. The acoustics was incredible. They had little side exits going off. It was one of the most, it was like DJing in a castle, if I'm honest. And I've had some bass lines before in my time. I'm good at bass lines, but and mixing them, but I sometimes had to get out your hair. I had spiky hair then gelled up, standing on end, and it was feeling the resonance of the bass and everything. Was just nowhere to escape. You could smoke in nightclubs in that day as well, so there were like bongs and cigarettes and shishas and no windows and massive bass and the things we did. So Claggy Mat Club, no, I quite accurately described that. Hard house tracks, tidy tracks, nucleus events up there. We're talking Uprising, BYO, Bring Your Own. Incredible history, things that will never be happening again. We'll take them to the grave. The music, the environment, the vibe, the sound. But we would like to hold on to some parts of it, the good parts of it. SCH. Roman, yeah, Roman, gotcha, there you go, Roman, boat speak, Roman, I had one of these the other day with Josh on the phone, but tortilla, a food that contains a legal paradox, a legal connotation, tortilla, that one popped out to me, the other day, and I had to go live and mention that amongst others. The kids these days can't move that fast. I do actually agree with that one. You are bang on. age is just a state of mind. Yeah, but you do get, my mental state, having to do trade, running around, learning. Your brain's allegedly, on the way down at 40. Life begins at 40 for some. Yes, it does, when you've had 40 years in the wilderness and you've just educated yourself and got out the indoctrination. For others, they are over the hill and it's only 10 years till 50, 20 years till 60, then I'll be dead. I'm halfway through my life. This man, quote me, mark these words, I'll be alive at 100. If I'm not, it will be for no fault of my own, except smoking, but I intend to live a long, healthy life whilst being a smoker. Well, look at the other radiation that we've got in issues and poisons and plastics and aspartames and phenylphthaleins and E-numbers and microwaves and pollutants and acids and toxins from the tap in your water, everything. So, bless me. Three of them. Aye. Bless me for saying that. I'll still smoke in light of everything else and I'll control my intake. Yes, Michael agreeing about Easter. Sovereign Radio, can't wait till it gets off the ground. Who's DJ, bro? Tony, I'd like to say we would like to have regular, everyday podcast radio accounts. That would be excellent. Interviews, reporting, going down and bringing back the playbacks from mans like Julian, linking up with Benicia, Odera, going over to other such continents and bringing it back, inviting, presenting music, going private and getting sponsorship. No more sponsorships, going and getting agreements and entering into pacts and so forth with others, separating the seas of commerce and trade is where we're going. So stand by. It can't happen fast enough. If I could stop cleaning mould and get out of the trade there and get into the radio game, I think we private, sovereign, governance, yes, that would be excellent. Governor FM, for all you governors out there, here is your frequency modulation. Yeah, the frequency modulation of that would be excellent. We're working on it. I have ordered a solar panel that harnesses 20 watts of power, I believe, or is it 200? It's a big difference. I believe it says 20. And there's a power controller that manages the power up to 1500 watts and 60 amps, and an inverter for 2000 watts. It's all solar generated, so we might be outside with a few of these and some generators this summer, going independent and broadcasting with our own power, radio generators. Who knows, Tone? Who knows? We'll see. We're going to have it, Barnsley. Yes, we are. Have it. Proper bow. Is it a white hat or black hat operation? R.i.p. Julian? I don't know, yeah. Black and white checkered board. I'd say both. Angela saying tune. Yes, hashtag Julian Assange. We didn't have time to cover this or comment or get involved, but you need to know, all right? You do, but the others need to know. We need to enforce this, and I doubt Angela Merkel was grooving to that. Yeah. Oh, that's the German breakdown, yeah. Agreed, Emma. We always babble. Creator, good morning, my brother. Peace and love. Regulators mount up. That's what we're doing. Regulate. Anointed ones get appointed. If you've got the consciousness, eyes and ears, then you've become anointed. If you've become anointed, then you can have a chance to be appointed and stand up and move with us, or let us know who else is doing in similar. And the community aspect there, and what we've said is key. The knowledge, the regulation of. It was an excellent venue, yes, it was indeed, Michael. Chrissy, all right, no problem. It is Saturday, the day of rest, so you're allowed to lie in. Thank you, Emma. Linking up, power in numbers from Paul. Yes, that's it this year, this summer. Josh has got some land. He's going to look at that. I've chatted to him yesterday and last week. Organic, so I think he said Shell had planted like 600 or 800 seeds for the land. There's a lot of produce coming for this summer. Organic, vital, I business going on there. And we will have the seminar and his book. I've had a chat with him, and yeah, he's given me the times and dates, and we're going to talk about that this weekend. Updates on PCN. I've seen that there's some issues on the .com, not issues, some messages and notifications and interaction I need to pick up. Also, still Nonna and the ladies. So yeah, that'll all be done on this long weekend. Happy bank holiday for those that are off. I am, and we'll be back tomorrow night. Saturday is the day off, so Sunday, possibly Monday. All right, so I'll link up with Kev, Josh, Andy. Andy said yes. I'll now touch base with Josh and Kev, or maybe Josh and I will have a separate one, and me, Andy and Kev will have a separate one, because I've got some specific C's, current C, yeah, conspiracy, paparazzia, the sea of paper rats, and the media that I brought you at the beginning of this video was from the paparazzi, okay? Remember that word, remember whom they are, remember the continents and the bloodlines. In the 300, there are some disfigured people, men, and there are claims of why they are disfigured. Sparta, I can't get enough of that, not because of my geographical placage and blood lineage, but because I love the principality of it and how they battle and defend. You will remember this day. There's a scene in it, and he says, you will remember this day, okay? And this day will stay with you forever. No Spartan will die on this day. And there's the army of the Persian army coming up to them, and they've bottled themselves in and bottlenecked in between those two and cliffs, and the Persians come and they get the shields down on the Spartan side and the jousting rods out, and that's what I'm talking about. You will remember these days. For the rest, no sovereign, self-governing private man is going to die. Now I take you to another scene in that Sparta 300, horrific, much like Apocalypto from Mel Gibson. You know, if you haven't seen either of these two films, I invite you to watch them and come back and have a chat about lineage, blood, controlling families, war, just right and proper, and invasion of the Club of Rome, Persia, Jesuits, cardinals, Catholics, paper proclamations, and a good, creator above us is watching to see what we do. And in that scene, in that film, there's a scene where the army commander of the Sparta breaks command because he sees his son. He's talking to his son and he shouts his son names. Xerxes, no, not Xerxes, I forget. It's been a while, and his son's there after one of the battles with the I think the elephants come. The Persian godlike king brings his most famous beasts and death warriors, doesn't he? Before the ones with the masks come, the little undead army that Sparta says undead. The battle of the undead. Yeah, the Arcadians run away from the Spartans and say, you cannot battle with the army of the undead. They are immortals. And the Spartans say what? They say, immortals? We will put that to the test. Yeah, so you're feeling me. They don't be moved. They're not idiots, but they're not scared of a little bit of getting in trouble, getting a bit dirty. Maybe you won't make it. Well, being not here sometimes is better and more prevalent if you can pass on and go on your life's journey. That's not a suicide pact in any way, but in honour of the fallen ones, the DJs, the lyrics, the music, the vibes, the work, the blood, the sacrifice. We owe it to them to make a stand in a new, intelligent, honourable way with what we've brought out to you. I don't think that's going to be hard, do you? Not at all. So yes, it's quite prolific. Then back to the film. So the father shouts his son, whatever the name, and his sons are still there after the big elephants and whatnot have fallen off the edge of the cliff. And his son is attacked from behind by one of the Persian army, and his head is decapitated in front of the dad. And his dad's just been saying, like, all right, you're alive. Excellent, we've made it through. Yes, I. And then as he says that, he shouts his son, watch out. And the man comes from behind and decapitates him. Capital gains, capital text. Decapitates him, cuts the I, imagine a little I, lowercase I, the line with the dot above it, that's man. Take the I off the lowercase I and put a line across it, that's a decapitated. A capital I is a decapitated little I. Got your little I, line and a dot above it, yes? take the sword, cut the head off the eye, ching. That line that your sword's made as you cut the head off the eye is now made that eye decapitated. So it's a capital eye, capital, decapitated, capital interest, capital games, Capitol Hill, captain, captain, capitain. You're seeing it, fam. So that man sees his son's head cut off, yeah? He's made into a capital eye, and he runs, he breaks rank, and he goes on a bloodthirsty vengeance, he does. Well, that's what we need to stop. When you see and hear your family, loved ones disabled, no criminality, no crime against man, but they're getting rinsed. Old age pensioners getting evicted from assured short-hold tenancies, from sheltered housing. Social community housing is evicting elderly non-compos mentis family of ours onto the street. And this is legal, is it? It's not lawful. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So when they start like that, you don't go and attack them, all right? We come here, we have a chat, we learn to count to 10, and we breathe, we formulate, we instruct, we compel, we claim, we rebut, we redress, and we go to the cleaners with them. We do what Sparta did, but we do it in a different way. We put away the big sword, and we get out the red sword, the blue sword, the purple sword, yeah, the stamp, the language, the status, standing, and capacity. Let's honour all of the dead, all of the fallen ones, all of the wrongfully imprisoned, all of them excellent lyrical assassins known as microphone controllers, masters in their own right, masters of the ceremony of the dance, the trance nation. All right, and that's where we're at, and that's what we're thinking. So YouTube, you want to try and ban me, get me strikes, and continue to do what you're doing, we'll go elsewhere. All the videos are backed up, all the audios are taken and stripped from the video. We have everything we need. We do not need you. I'm here because of everybody else being here. I am drastically looking now to freeing up the time and focusing. I can't tell you everything because a lot of it is secret squirrel for now, and you'll find out in the .com very soon. But rest assured, these next 6 weeks are key and integral. The lowercase, verbatim, word perfect, lawful notice is up on the .com with your 5,000 removal fee for your officers of the Satan Club there, Satanic Black Order of Off-Icers, and we on the land are putting our shields up, and we're about to go to the dark side. Wish us luck. And we'll see you soon. We're going to have a chat about all of this, pensioners, contracts, agreements, where we're at, what you'd like to do, what you're feeling. Brother Julian, we'd like to help him. I mean it. I'd go down there. I'll book a day off work. I don't care. It's not that important. This is more, and we'll go down and we'll interview, we'll arrange, and we'll exercise and execute. Maybe we can help in some tiny way, maybe not, but let's find out. Let's have a look. And if not, let's talk about it, let's debate it, and let's see if we all agree and know what is coming for each and every one of us that dare disobey the Club of Rome and its ordering system and its impeachment of our unalienable rights from, the Lord Almighty Creator. Little G's down below. Assemble, please. Never mind Avengers assembling and this other, monolithic. It's a joke. I all know the film history and Marvels and Supermans and Batmans and Game of Thrones and, box sets of and characters and names and football scores and team statistics and premiership. But yet nobody you can do it. It's easier than what you think, this game. And if you don't apply, then you won't ever win, and you won't ever, have one of us do it for you, because that's not just right and proper. So we will say peace, love and light. We give thanks, blessings, and we will be back, hopefully, I think Sunday. If not, it'll be Monday. We'll see how everybody's fixed. And enjoy. How many scribes that I have created? Last time I checked, 730 in the rounds of 730. The old system is in the death thrones and will facilitate as much grief and pain before it finally shuffles off. Bar stewards, yes, bar stewards, bar. Don't forget to thumbs up with love. I'm out. Thank you, Paul. Off to watch the film now, Sparta, then Spartacus, going through it. Oh, Tony, brilliant. There's other good films such as Immortals and The Wrath of the Titans and the Something of the Gods, Egypt, Land of the Gods, Something of the Gods. Yeah, that was a good one, but yeah, Sparta will inspire. Not because of my Italian Greek lineage at all. In fact, most Englishmen, if you check the facts, the DNA bloodline is traceable to India, to Egypt. Egypt, that's the name that the Greeks give the land of Kemet. Egypt is not an Egyptian spelling, it's not an Egyptian name. Egypt. Egyptians have got named by Greece. Very confusing, but yeah, enjoy that Sparta film. And yeah, it's got a lot of stuff in there. Doctor Strange, I was talking with Josh the other day. If you haven't seen a film called Doctor Strange or Doctor Strange Love, I forget who the actors and whatnot are in it now. I watched it with Yanka Anne-Marie to study and see what they're putting out, and just as a break to casting and law. And very, very interested by the symbolic representation of the magic and the spells and the duality within that one. Duality, yes and no, right and wrong, up and down, channel on, channel deleted, channel on, channel off. You know, this is it. We have to balance. There is to be a balance, and we can't balance with bullets. We can't balance with flames. We can't balance with blood. We can't balance with anything else other than energy and non-aggressive, non-violent, and energy-wise, we've got that locked down. I'm glad that the hydrogen seems to be picking up. We can teach and bring that out to anybody and everybody who wants it. Radio shows, asset protection, organic farming, water regulation and cleaning, regulation of law and rights. Very excited for this year, let me tell you. One love to all the scribes, Albert, Michael, Eric. I agree. And what was that about? Thumbs down, 2 thumbs up. Oh, there you go, Paul. There is what I got to. Thank you. Rewind. Do you have the Greek toe? I don't know what the Greek toe is. I've never heard of it. So, Eric, you'll have to explain that to me and I'll let you know. I dread to think. I'm actually going to hang on and see if he's still here. So don't rush it, Eric. Explain to me about the Greek toe, please. Is my home a commercial property or a private dwelling? Well, your home is your body. You live in your body, which is your bones and your blood. Under the dome, yes, you are at the temple. So I would say, in the correct way, you live in your body, in your bones, blood, and there your body resides. You see, language and wording and status, standing and capacity, leading questions. Hello, do you live here? Oh, yes, I do. Or, you know, even if you're renting or whatever. So if you want it on the basic premise of assumption, presumption at the minute, everywhere is commercial until you can prove you're private. If you can't prove you're private, you're commercial, all right? That's not me telling you how it is in fact. That's just how it is out there as I see it. There are private ones, there are public, you know, dwellings, properties, habitats, habitual, habitable. That's another able word there. Words that end with able. Able, A-B-L-E. The Bible, B-I-B-L-E. Bible, B-L-E. Bull. Able, A-B-L-E. Able. So all of these words with the able. The bulls. Yeah, so private and commercial. That's easier to write than to answer. If you have got your house paid off and mortgaged up and done, the notice of equitable charge removed and certain notices up, removal of implied rights of access, visitors seen strictly by appointment only, trespass, private property, police borderline rule and such other things, and you're all right there. Get yourself a fence up, a big dog, a camera, CCTV surveillance. I've got a few darker skinned brothers around and about Sheffield and outskirts that have got their own land, property, cameras, signs, big fences, and they've got pretty much private. Yeah, but if someone wants to come in, they'll generate a random bit of paper with some black ink that looks like a child's drawn up. They'll call it a warrant, a summons and whatever, an order for taking control and to exercise and execute deeds of, and they will just come in and do what they want. So, you know, you got to know how to hold to account there. And even when you think you're private, you'll end up being public. I'm not saying to everybody, but is S. I'd need more detail on that. That's just me paraphrasing in summary of, unless you've got a castle and a moat, I don't think any of us are going to be private, yeah. Mulon, Labe, Stephen, hello. Laters, computer, no soul living. Yes, John. Thought I'd missed it. Yes, Albert. He needs freeing. He knows some serious shit. He does, doesn't he? Indeed. We love you, Julian. So we've caught up. Let's do it. Peace and love. Sorry about not coming on cam. I just want privacy now and again. It's the phonics you need, not the visual aid. So thank you. Peace and love. And we'll be back some point over the weekend, probably Sunday. I'll arrange to hang out and everything later today with the fam. Let's have a good weekend. Hope the sun is out. If not, it's in our hearts and in the music and the vibration. All right. And the language you choose to use.